Hi.
Hello.
Hello. More
Hi.
Marvel. More Marvel stuff.
More Marvel.
I
Yes.
I am very excited for Marvel. I love Universes Beyond, and it actually sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm
Love
genuinely.
Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man.
Love New York.
I love New York. The plane of New York is my favorite plane. Again, this sounds sarcastic. It's not. I genuinely
Love
like
turtles.
them. I do not like turtles
Okay,
that
I
much.
got you.
But I do like some of the turtles cards. It's fine.
They're really good.
Yeah, some of them are really, really good. I'm happy with some of them.
Mutagens were amazing.
Mutagens are
for
good.
example.
Mutagens are good. I think it's a good mechanic. It's fun. I like Lord of the Rings. I don't like Final Fantasy, but I'm not going to get into that because I want people to watch the channel.
Yes.
And
they will
at
not.
some point, if they hear my opinions about
I
Final
like
Fantasy,
it.
she
I
loves
love
Final
it,
Fantasy,
actually.
and that's good. Someone should.
Love the games too.
Yes. Anyway, non-creature cards, spells, other stuff, coolio stuff,
Enchantments.
stuff that we've seen. I mean, it's all coming out still.
Sorcery.
Instant sorceries, enchantments, artifacts,
We talked about creatures. too much.
planeswalkers, battles.
Listen, that's not battles. Okay.
wish.
Who starts? Me? You?
Go ahead.
Go.
You start.
Claim the Kingdom is the first card that we're going to talk about. It is a 1 gray, 1 green. So 1 colorless, 1 green. Why am I saying gray?
It is gray.
Enchantment. It's a bland. It's very villainous, as you can see from the picture itself. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and a playing counter on this enchantment.
Yeah.
Very easy. You play lands,
Yeah.
you put a counter on target creature. And if you have doublers, that means 2 counters or like 3 counters. And this is 2 mana, so you can get up running from early on.
Yeah. And if you're playing like a Zusa Lost but Seeking, you're gonna get through this in 2 turns.
Yep.
If you have even more stuff, you know what? You play your land and then you go do a fetch land into you find something and then you play another land for the turn. This is
True.
over already.
It'll trigger again and again.
It's immediately gonna be over. And the idea, there's also something else. You don't exile this. You sacrifice this. So if you can't get this back in your hand,
Oh, wait,
you can do
I
it
didn't,
again.
I didn't tell them the second effect.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Second effect. When the 4th play encounter is put onto this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, put an indestructible counter on target creature you control, which is kind of crazy. For 2 mana, the amount of value that you get from this card
Really good.
is really good. Is this
Really
a
good.
rare? It's not even a rare. What is that?
Yeah, it's
We cannot see because there's a.
I think it's an uncommon.
It's an uncommon. That
I
is
think so.
kind of crazy.
That's a very good card.
It's-
Very powerful.
It is. I'm gonna put this in every green deck that I have.
think
to be honest.
yeah, like this is like it's a Brizzly Bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a Brizzly Bill. And it's a Brizzly Bill that eventually puts an indestructible counter on the creature you control. If it's not, removed somehow, it's really, really good. It's a good card. Kind of scary card, to be honest with you. I kind of hate it already.
I'm glad that you cannot put this in Monica Rambeau's deck because she is white and red, and this
Yeah.
is green. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
X-proof, indestructible. We had to go there again. I can't get her out of my mind.
I can't get her out of my mind.
I'm scared. I'm scared for my life.
Yeah.
Oh, the second one. Would you like to? Oh, you're not done.
No, I mean,
Yes, go ahead.
it's a. This also might even have some. I don't know. We'll see. I'm genuinely scared. I don't think Landfall needs any more things.
Yes.
Stop giving Landfall things.
Yes.
I think Landfall is already very good. Stop doing Landfall things, please.
True.
There is no reason not to play this card. I think
In every green deck.
in every green deck, pretty much. Yeah, like you're gonna be playing lands.
Yeah.
That's just gonna happen. So I don't get it.
It's uncommon.
That's crazy. that's insane. Okay, I'll talk about mine. There is a theme going on with the cards that I'm picking, and the theme is men with big green heads, and it's the same man.
You love them.
It's super intelligence. For only 1 blue, you get an enchantment. This is an aura. Enchant creature at the beginning of the upkeep of the enchanted creature's controller. That player draws a card.
That's cracked.
This is basically a 1 mana Phyrexian Arena.
And with
no drawback of any
drawback.
kind. You don't lose a life. As long as you control that creature, it could be literally any creature.
Yeah.
And it's also a political tool. You can cast this on someone else if you really want to. If you want to, because it doesn't say, which creature it is.
Yeah.
You can give it to anyone. And it just draws you a card.
Also, there are other cards that make you draw cards when an enchantment enters as well. So
It's
pretty cracked.
it's good. I kind of don't understand it. I have this feeling that I think this card might be better to play than something like Esper Sentinel, because it's not gonna bother anyone. It's not gonna ask. You're not gonna ask anyone to
They
land
will
the
not
one.
even realize.
And you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna draw 2 cards at top of my turn, and you can do this literally turn 2, and you're good as long as your creature doesn't get killed, and you can put it on any creature. So it's I don't get it.
So there's a thing going on here. They're putting out cards that you can play in every color that are viable for every deck. It's like new staples are coming out.
Yeah, this feels
like.
very stapley. I don't know. Is this also an uncommon, by the way?
That is crazy.
Yeah. So interesting. I'm done. I'm done talking about
you're
super
done?
intelligence.
Okay. I love the art too. I wanted to talk about the art.
Yeah, you know what? He's having a good time. He's thinking a lot. He's all the things are swishing around him.
Yeah. He looks like a telepath, but he's not a telepath.
Yeah, he's not a telepath. He's just a very smart man.
But you would expect a big brain like that to be a telepath.
Yeah.
Our third card, Avengers Disassembled. So, Avengers Disassembled is 1 colorless, 2 red. Sorcery, choose 1 or both. Avengers Disassembled deals 3 damage to each creature. So it's a mini board wipe for the little tokens that your opponent has. And 3 damage is actually really good because mostly these kind of cards are 2 damage. So it's good to see that this is 3 damage. It makes me happy because it will get rid of some of the commanders that your opponent has as well that has cracked abilities.
Yep.
And the other ability is destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. That's also kind of crazy.
I love it. I'm in love with it. Destroy their Urborg. Destroy their Yavimaya. Destroy their Cabal coffers, Nykdoses. Get rid of that. Find yourself an island. Find yourself a swamp.
Yeah.
Stop bothering me. Fantastic. This is instantaneously going into my River Song deck, which already does this a lot. It just destroys people's lands and was like, you want to search 1? Go for it if you want. And I'm going to deal 16 damage to your face with the commander. And it's definitely going into that. I think this is a fun card. I like it a lot.
It is really good. This is one of my favorite cards from the set, actually.
Really?
Yes, I really enjoyed this.
Interesting.
If I ever pull packs, I would want this card from there. And also, I thought that since there is Scarlet Witch there, I thought this would be 4 mana.
Yeah, so that it would work with her.
So yeah, so that it would work with her because her ability is, like we said before, if you're playing a sorcery or an instant that is 4 mana or more, they actually cost less depending on how powerful she is. She comes in with 2 power.
Yeah.
So if you cast anything 4 or more value, it will be 2 less to cast.
Yeah, at least 2 less.
But this does not need that. I'm happy. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to put this in every red deck that I have because it makes me happy.
Every red deck?
Yes.
That good?
Yeah, because I really like board wipes, and I think every deck needs a small board wipe for
tokens. Getting rid of all those pesky 1/1s. Yeah. Especially when there is a patchwork banner, and then now they're 2/2s, and they're oh no, my each smallest the board wipe doesn't get rid of them anymore. So it's I get it. I like the 3 damage to each creature thing.
2/1 villains with menace, for example.
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone.
True. Yeah. Exactly. I like this card as well. Yeah. It's definitely going into 1 deck that I have. That's for sure. What I have is another plan.
Love plants.
Robot Domination. 3 colorless and 1 black. This is an enchantment. It is a plan. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you draw a card, lose 1 life, put a plan counter on this enchantment.
Whenever?
Whenever.
Anywhere? From anywhere?
Yeah.
So when you discard.
When you discard, when you mill, when
That's
something dies.
crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
read this card
easy
before.
peasy, so easy to do.
Why is this not rare? It's unlimited.
Yeah, I know. It's I don't know.
Uncommon. Why am I saying
unlimited?
unlimited?
This is unlimited card. And then the second ability, when the 3rd plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it, and then create 3 2/2 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens. So this is
okay.
so here's the payoff is not going to be useful to every black deck, right? Because this is a 4 mana, draw 3 cards, and then get 3 2/2 artifact creatures.
Mm-hmm.
What I like this in is my Necron deck is going to go kind of nutty with this, because that Necron deck really wants to mill as much as possible already and wants to get everything into the graveyard and then get artifact creatures out from the graveyard, and then it can use sacrifice artifact creatures or do some other shenanigans with artifact creatures. Necrons are already 2/2 artifact creatures, so this is like...
Perfect.
Yeah, this is kind of perfect for that deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, like, is there more to this than that? I don't know. I'm just excited for it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might not be that exciting outside of that because it's 4 mana. But this is going to... The plan counters are going to be put on this very quickly. I think. It's just not going to be a problem. And if you can get this back to your hand again, or somehow... you can put it down again, start drawing cards again. I don't know. I think it works to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
Do you have any opinions on this?
I love the art. It's so goofy.
It is goofy. I actually like it a lot.
And like creating 3 2/2s is also good.
I agree.
It doesn't. I'm not that interested.
Yes.
I thought the first effect was like gonna stay there for
A while.
forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that is cracked.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay. Well, the card that I want to talk about is one of my favorite comics. It's one of the best, the most well done written.
Well written. It's so well thought out, and it didn't ruin any character ever.
I mean, he deserved it. Oh, sorry, I should not say that. He was an idiot from the start, darling. This is the Superhero Civil War. This card is 3 mana, 3 colorless, 1 red, 1 white, which means 5 mana. And it's Boros, which I'm kind of surprised that
Boros.
this is Boros.
Kind of doesn't make sense for Boros.
This card says first effect. This is an enchantment saga, by the way, so it will have 3 effects, and every turn you will have a different effect. And the first effect says gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less for as long as this saga remains on the battlefield. So this makes sense for the story, by the way.
Sure.
Because Iron Man got villains. He hired villains to fight against Captain America's team.
Mm-hmm. Iron Man, by the way, was on the side of the government while he was doing that.
Let's not get into the story that much. The second turn, you're going to get this effect. Not second turn.
Yeah, you can proliferate into this too.
Yeah, true. The second effect that you will get is creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of the turn. And the third effect is target creature you control fights up to 1 other target creature. So I kind of like this. It kind of explains the story of the event a little bit. So I like the flavor of it. I hate this art that I'm seeing here. It's
the comic book art variants look really bad, and this is an opinion that I have.
Yeah.
They look kind of unsightly, hard to look at aesthetically.
Yeah.
I would like to pay attention to one thing which doesn't happen that often. First of all, this is a Boros fight spell, which is not that common. But secondly, the third saga chapter is target creature you control fights up to one other target creature, which means you can fight with the creature that you had with another creature you have. You can fight two of your own creatures if that's something you care about, which is kind of most of the time fight spells like target creature you control fights another target creature you don't control. I don't know if this is significant in any way or is helpful in any way, but I think it's interesting to point out. Because you gain control of someone, right?
Yeah.
So I think you can make them fight at the end. That's kind of a thing.
I have some crazy idea. Can you imagine there's a card in Final Fantasy. It's a cactus, and its
right.
attack is attack. Its power is like 1,000 something.
9,900.
Yeah, but is it when it only attacks?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't work. I had a crazy plan with the ragdoll.
What I
and that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just remembered that I wanted to say this. There are a lot of saga-related decks or commanders and other cards that can remove counters from sagas, and
yes,
that first chapter can become a problem in a deck like that.
Yeah,
and that could be an interesting way of this working out. I would be interested in seeing something like that happening, because gain control of up to 2 target creatures with mana value total of 6 is a lot. Like that is a lot of very powerful creatures. And you can get 2 creatures or 1 huge 6 mana creature that is swinging the game, and you can just be like, that's mine. And then you just keep going back to one, and the saga doesn't resolve. You can get as many as you can. So if you have that kind of a thing, this would be really good in that specifically. So that's exciting for this card for me.
When I first read this card, I was like, wow, this is really bad, because it was really expensive. And I read the other like 2, the second and the third effect, and I was like, it's not that good. But the first effect is like kind of good enough.
It is, yeah.
Already to redeem. I think this is a really good card. I have seen like 5 mana cards or like close to 5 mana that are Boros that does things really slowly. Playing things like this, I think, is much better.
Yeah, you give me the value.
Yeah, you give me the value.
I didn't bring any value with me today. I just want to use your value.
I'll steal your value.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have nothing.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I will have to test it and see.
Good, I like it.
I think it's fun. I like stealing people's things, and when it happens to me, I hate it.
No.
I'm going to go into a very easy, really short card to read, and a card with possibly a lot of implications for the game of Magic the Gathering, and specifically Commander, I think. Arc Reactor. 5 colorless. This is an artifact. This artifact says, improvise. This artifact enters tapped, and it taps for 3 colorless mana. I'm going to go into improvise. Improvise means your artifacts can help you cast a spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Meaning, if you're playing a clue deck, if you're playing a food deck, if you're playing a treasure deck, if you're generating blood tokens, if you're generating any kind of scrap tokens, gold tokens from Curse of Opulence, if you're generating any kind of tokens easily, there is no reason why you wouldn't play this card. And you can, like, I've played token decks where I have had 7-8 tokens within like turn 3, and this just comes down for free.
And that's why.
And that's
my Olivia Voldaren will be wearing an arc reactor.
Yes, exactly. And my Inquisitor Greyfax will also be wearing an arc reactor. Yeah, it's a nutty card. I think it's really good. Great in food decks. In Igra deck, it's going to be really good. It's actually good on my dog deck too, because it creates a lot of foods and
clues.
clues.
It's good on everywhere. Yeah. This card is insane.
I feel like this is a mistake. I think it entering tapped is the trade-off, right? I think that's the trade-off. And I get it, because
you play this card for free.
You're going to play it for free, and then it's not going to do anything until the next turn. The problem is that I think you can play this card for free very early. I think you can play this card for free on turn 3 sometimes. And that's kind of the problem. That's a lot of value for the rest of the game.
We should not forget about the cards that also say artifacts that you cast is one less to cast.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah. There's a lot of artifact already discounts that you can get, and also like artifact decks are best. Really, really. I shouldn't say best, but really good at untapping artifacts.
what if you copy this too?
Yeah, you can copy this easily. You can copy this with Ultron easily in this set. It's also like Unwinding Clock untaps this, and anything. What's the other one that you tap two things to untap another thing? Like it untaps this. So it's like
There's
things
a
like that.
drum.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, could be a problem. We'll see. This card brings no joy to me. I feel like I'm gonna hate seeing this card.
Yeah.
And I still do love Thran Dynamo. I think Thran Dynamo is a very fair card and a fun card. And this is like, oh, you had a Thran Dynamo, throw it in the trash immediately because here's a better one for you.
Yeah,
This is it.
exactly.
It's like Thran Dynamo is now dead. Long
what I
live
was
Thran Dynamo. Here's a better card.
Here's a better card that is uglier.
It is uglier, unfortunately. I hope there's maybe a different. Oh God, the comic book version is so bad.
Much worse.
Jesus, what happened?
What happened?
That's kind of sad.
Okay, I can get to mine so we can distract your sadness. Well, I'm gonna talk about my favorite color, white.
White.
It's political triumph. It's Wilson Fisk, actually. Enchantment, plan. He has a plan, people. Whenever a creature you control enters, scry 1 and put a playing counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put onto this enchantment, sacrifice it. Draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So I love this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in my Arabo deck, which is mono white. It creates cats whenever you play cats, and you go crazy from early on because everything is so cheap.
Yeah.
And you always need scries and card draw with that deck as well.
In every deck.
With mono white, it's unless your opponent does something, it is harder for you to draw cards because mostly the card draw you have is dependent on opponents and whatever they're doing. I like that this card is doing whatever it needs to do on its own, and it's adding more stability for only 1 mana.
Yeah.
This is such high value. I thought that this would be rare because the effect for me is really good. I don't know. And can you imagine, like, it? I don't know. I feel like these enchantments are so good that if we have enough of these enchantments, maybe bringing back enchantments from the graveyard will matter more.
Yeah. I was thinking about that because these all get sacrificed.
Yeah.
And some of them do pretty good things. So it's like if there was an enchantment reanimator decks, which there are a few. And I think there is a commander that's like a legendary creature that is like you can bring back an enchantment as a creature, like a 3/3 with the enchantment still on it. So like it still works. So something like this in that would be very good. The best thing about this is that it's 1 mana. So you will be very happy to play this on turn 1 if you don't have any other plays. If you don't have a land tax in your hand or something like that,
You
play
can
this.
find your lands by scrying.
Yep. You scry down all the things. If you're mana screwed, you do that. And if you're flooded, you scry away your lands, and you just kind of cleans up the top of your deck. I would want this on my opening hand if I'm playing like white. I think it's a good card.
It is.
This card makes me happy.
Me too. Your turn.
My turn. And my card is Secret Invasion.
I love this card
Why do you love this card?
because I cannot understand what it is.
It's not that bad. Secret Invasion is a 1 colorless and 2 blue. This is an enchantment aura. It says, enchant a creature you control. When this aura enters, exile up to 1 target creature other than the enchanted creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature becomes a copy of that creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. And enchanted creature has Ward 2.
Yes. Since we've read this card like 5-6 times now, I am getting
Are you getting it?
I'm getting it a little bit more.
Okay.
And I am realizing that you can also exile But why would you do that? Oh, you can exile one of your creatures, and then when your board gets wiped,
Yeah, you could do that.
it will come back.
Yeah. It doesn't have flash.
And it will still have the abilities. Like, you will still have the abilities of that card because it's what it says.
Yeah.
Ooh, so it doesn't have to be a removal for your opponent, but it can be also a protection for yourself.
It could be.
I love this card, by the way.
It's a good card. I like it. I like the flavor of it too. It's Secret Invasion was a fun idea that was poorly executed, and just like any other fun idea that was poorly executed, I think this card is the same. I think this is not a great card, but I like the fun idea behind it. And I like cards where, like, one of my favorite cards is Calidus Assassin from the Warhammer 40k, where it's like when it enters, it becomes a copy and like kills the original thing with the same name. And like this kind of feels the same way to me, because there were a lot of cards that's like when this enters, this thing is gone until this leaves or something like that. And this
That
is
book kind of does that in a way.
yeah. But this is cool because you actually also become the copy of the thing. So it's like you can't just do that willy-nilly as a removal. You also have to think about like which one of these things I want a copy of. And that's cool. I like that.
War 2 too.
Yeah. War 2 is not bad. It's good. And I like it.
Captain America's shield. Well, it's too colorless for you. It's a legendary artifact equipment. Indestructible. Equipped creature gets 0 and 8 and has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending their controls. And it's 2 to equip. I love this.
Equip.
This is really fun, and I'm fine with the art in both of them.
Are you fine with it?
I am. I like
Okay.
it. The second art I like more because
I like
it's
the
so-
mouth.
It is
I
really
like the mouth
funny
on the second
with the
art.
Hydra soldier getting beaten. I like this in a deck that is like Wilson Fisk now has the ability of what was he doing? He changes the back with the front.
Yeah.
So the more health your creature has,
Yeah.
the
So
more power it will have.
Captain America's shield works best in a Wilson Fisk deck.
It actually does.
Great flavor, Wizards of the Coast. Really well done. Well played.
And it also works at. There was a deck in command. There was a commander deck in Tarkir.
Tarkir.
It was green, white, and black.
I don't remember.
It also changes the.
It doesn't just change. They deal
Back with the
damage
front.
with the butt.
Yeah.
So
this would go crazy in that deck.
this is gonna go into any deck that does something like that.
Okay. I also like that. Like, not everything has to be about violence. Like, this is just a protection. It doesn't give you any buff. It's 0 power and 8 health. So I like that. It's like, let me just be in my own zone. Let me chill. If you attack me, I'll block it. Just vibes.
I have a problem with this card.
What is the problem?
I think +8 is too little.
Would you like it to be 10?
I would have liked it if it was like +12.
Oh, there must be a reason that it's 8.
There must be. I don't know what it is. I would have enjoyed it if it was like +12.
Captain America was in the ice for 8 years, maybe.
Was he?
I have no idea.
World War II ended at what, 45? And when did he come back? He did come back in the 50s, so it might be 8 years. So you might be correct. I don't know. This needs to be investigated further. But that's it. That's it from me, and that's it from you, as far as I know.
Yes.
So I am out of here, and you should get to work. You know what you need to do.
What is it that they need to do?
They know.
I don't know.
They know.
Okay then. Much love to you. Good to see you. Bye.